It is over in Oakland. Steph Curry goes for 41 tonight. Becomes the first player in NBA history to hit at least 8 threes in 3 straight games. And after trailing by as many as 17, thanks in part to Curry's 20-point third quarter, Warriors come back to win it by 7 on their home floor. That's now 6 straight wins for them. Curry with 41, Kevin Durant with 30 points. He also had 15 rebounds. And the two teams made a combined 43 threes. That's a new NBA record for a single game. On the same night that the Rockets and Nets set a new record for combined three-point attempts earlier tonight. The Rockets set a record for attempts with 70 attempted threes. But the Warriors, with DeMarcus Cousins expected to make his debut on Friday when they start their 5-game road trip, are cruising at the right time.
You know, they really are. And we must be mindful that they were struggling there for a minute there. Obviously, Curry was out, came back. Obviously the Green situation with Kevin Durant. And it was the first time that we've seen this team in the last 4 years where they didn't look sure or certain or just didn't have that rhythm. But going into tonight, they were averaging 131 games during that 5-game win streak. They come out and score 140 plus. So they are finding their rhythm as we expected they would. And it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see DeMarcus Cousins and how that works. And we'll take some time to figure out and fit it all together. But they're good enough to continue to win games even while Cousins is working his way into the lineup. And, they weathered the storm. Now they're kind of back in first place, and they have a chance now to at least to differentiate themselves and get a little bit of a lead on the rest of the pack in the Western Conference.
Part of the mission for Cuz now is don't mess this up, right? I mean, they've won 6 in a row. They've scored 140 or more in 5 straight games now.
They're not worried about the regular season. They're not worried about, even if Cuz does mess this up for a couple of games while they try to integrate him in, he tries to get back in shape, in game shape that is. So they're not worried about it because they understand what they can do. They understand the task at hand and just how talented they are. We're starting to see now the Golden State Warriors really turn it on. First half they had the adversity, but now we're starting to see them gain form. And we already know that when they're clicking on all cylinders, they are the best team in the NBA by far. They're adding arguably one of the best big men into their lineup, and it's going to create some problems on the post because when DeMarcus Cousins starts playing one-on-one on the block, and you have all that weak side action with those weak side splits, the pin downs, the back screens, the slips to the basket, it's going to create a lot of space for him to go one-on-one. And then at the same time, he's an excellent passer. He can find Clay, Steph, and Durant on the weak side. When he gets in shape, I'm not sure how teams will guard him in the post. Where are you going to double from?
It's going to be fascinating. Meanwhile, more three-point records, as I mentioned just a moment ago. Where are we going with all this? I'm having trouble remembering some of the three-point records now because they're set and reset and broken again, even during the middle of a single season.
It's a new wave, Matt. It's a new game, and the game is played differently. It's all about pace and space, getting up and down, and it's about taking threes, not contested twos. So a lot of teams now, they're following that model that Golden State or that Houston uses, that where they want to shoot threes or they want to get to the basket. They'll let some of their guys take the contested twos, but that's not really the shot that they want right now, and it's created a different brand of basketball where we're seeing threes shot in lots of waves and bunches.
And I think it's only going to increase. I mean, as the years go on, as we move forward and sort of predict to the future, you're going to continue to see a high volume of threes and really get further and further away from any other shot. And so it'll be interesting to see then what kind of effect it has on the game. Will the pendulum ultimately at some point swing back? Or will the league maybe change the three-point line? I mean, when the line was put in, it was more of a novelty. Now,
maybe give the defense a chance. Hand checking or something.
Yeah, I mean, there may be some changes. You know, the talent in terms of three-point shooting now is just off the chart. The line is almost too close.
Right.
And so, these were things that I just sort of predict that might be part of the conversation moving forward. How can we level it out a little bit? Because, we're just trending that it's, 70 might be the norm in a few years, and which is scary to think.
It's crazy, yeah. At some point, it has to level off because you can only take so many shots in a game, and they can't all be threes, right? But I don't know when that is coming. The numbers just keep going up and up and up.
I think it'll come when big men force the game to be changed and force the game to be played a little bit differently.
It's an interesting question.
Could be.
Warriors get the win tonight, 6 in a row for them. LeBron James news today from Los Angeles. It's not great news for the Lakers. We have that and much more coming up on Game Time.